Hello, this is Demon Phoenix, just with a quick video about Dead Space upgrades. In the Dead Space games, especially in 1 and 2, a lot of the time when I'm starting off a game I want to go straight for the damage nodes, because more bullets puts the necros down faster, means that you have to use less bullets to take them down, that means you take less damage if they can't get close to you. That's fair enough. But what a lot of people might not realise is that when you are upgrading a capacity, if the gun is empty when you apply a capacity upgrade, it not only increases the maximum capacity, but applying the upgrade actually fills the clip of the gun as well. So for example, if a gun is empty, like the plasma cutter, and you are upgrading it to 12 capacity, you'll get 12 bullets for free as part of that upgrade. So here, this is the first bench in Dead Space Chapter 2, not the first bench in the game, but the first one in Chapter 2. And after taking out these two Scorpion Necros Leapers, you'll see that I have 0 ammo in the plasma cutter. So what I do is go back to the bench, and if you reload it and apply the capacity upgrade, you'll notice that after it's been applied, it'll have 12 plasma cutter rounds in the plasma cutter as well. So you essentially get 12 free bullets. This is useful especially on Dead Space 1 and 2 when you're playing on the harder difficulties, because it means that you either have to purchase less ammo so you can use the credits on upgrades or health packs or whatever else, or if you're able to cope with just the things that you get from the game, you can sell the excess ammo and again use it to buy more upgrades. This concept of filling things up when you're upgrading also applies to health and to stasis. So you'll see that after taking out this particular leaper, he gets me with his scorpion tail, takes a chunk off the health. Also, you notice that I use stasis, and so the stasis energy meter is slightly depleted from the usage. Normally in the game you'd just use one of the stasis upgrade, stasis refills just to do it, but for the purposes of this video I'm just going to show you that upgrading either the energy of the stasis refills that, or upgrading the HP on your rig will put your health back to full. So here you can see that we apply the first health upgrade, and then after that the first stasis module energy upgrade, and afterwards you'll see that both gauges are filled back to full. Like that. Ta-da! This also works exactly the same in Dead Space 2, and it's particularly important for hardcore mode when you're starting afresh and you can't use anything from your previous New Game Plus. This guy gets the drop on me as I'm going back to fill up my plasma cutter. This is just after taking out the first leaper and then coming back down the elevator. So as you get back, you can see that I've taken some damage with Isaac. That was the last stasis shot, and that the plasma cutters are empty. And this is the perfect time to apply those reloads because you're getting the maximum out of it. So first of all, I apply the capacity upgrade to the plasma cutter, and you'll notice that that goes back to full. And then after getting some more nodes, I apply one to the HP and one to the stasis energy module, and it fills both of those gauges too. This is less important in Dead Space 2 because your energy module for your stasis, it's less important for the stasis because that will refill over time. So if you're ever really stuck for stasis, you don't have to use the upgrades, you can just wait for it to refill. But it's a nice little bonus to bear in mind. It's very useful for the health if you've taken damage and you're wanting to use one of those upgrades anyway, or particularly on hardcore if you get clipped and you know that you can get back to the bench without anybody, any necros being in the way, you can use that upgrade to save yourself some of those precious med packs. One of the other things that it'll be moving on to shortly is anytime you purchase and therefore use a suit at the store for the first time in Dead Space 2, it'll actually increase your health back to full as well. So you see there Isaac's health was on orange, and after applying this first suit, which is the normal engineering suit that you have to purchase, you'll see that when he goes into the store and applies the suit, it's already gone back to green. So there are 3 suits in the game that you purchase after the engineering suit. This is the security suit, the vintage suit and the advanced suit, and if you bear in mind where all of those are, then when you're using them you can sometimes save yourself some med packs by knowing that you've got those to buy and that you can use the upgrades to fill your health back to full. And that's quite useful. That also works for any DLC suits the first time you put those on, depending on which ones you've got bought. So they essentially act like a large health pack as well. When you first use them, you'll go right from red right back up to green if you use one of those when you've taken damage, and it's the first time you use the suit. Now, if this is on New Game Plus, like this one is, you can tell from the suit that is using is the Elite Engineering suit, I think. What you can do is, you obviously can't apply any upgrades, and you know, if you've used all the suits already. But what you can do is, anytime after Chapter 7, when you get the respec ability, is you can take all of the nodes out of your rig and then come out of the bench. What that'll do is it'll reset your health to 0, and then you can go back into the bench and reapply all the nodes, and reapplying them will do the same thing, and it'll essentially give you full health again. So that costs 5,000 credits for the respec, but that's cheaper than using a large health pack. The large health pack will cost you 10,000 credits if you buy one from the store, so it's worth bearing in mind. It also works the same way, so if you're really struggling for guns and you can't afford really expensive ammo like a contact beam or something, you can take the nodes out of it and then put them back in and get them back. You can even, if you wanted, use different methods to use partial upgrades and then put the last upgrades back in again. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll be doing some other videos, so stay tuned. Thank you.